bare metal on a ballistic missiles. So they started working, and they went through 39 formulas before they came up with the 40th formula, which is still sold today. Has everybody in this room used WD-40 at some point in their lives? How about Formula 409? It's a similar story. 408 formulas that they didn't quite like. How about the Post-it note? Any know the story about that?
Yeah, it was 3M, right?
Yep. You're white. What's on top?
Excuse me. Before you interrupt me. Well, it was engineered at 3M, you know, and the way that I remember, you know, you go write a little note and give it to somebody, they don't see it or they lose it or something like that, and so he came up with.
What's it about? Like a life of a
It was two people.
Two people, and one was a glue that they were trying to fail for another application.
That's right. I think it was 1968. There was an engineer at 3M or a chemist who developed this low-tack adhesive. And he tried, but they didn't have really any use for it. Think about it. Like, we make sticky stuff. Why do we need one that's not very sticky? I mean, to the corporate culture, this low-tack adhesive was not a good idea. It's like we have no use for it. We need stuff that really sticks well. And so he tried for about 4 years in internal networking meetings and presentations to present his low-tack adhesive. But it was another gentleman in 3M who went to one of these presentations, heard about it, but it wasn't until a few weeks later, he was actually singing in his church choir. He had little pieces of paper stuck in his notebook or in his hymnal to mark the pages. When he opened the book, the papers fell out. He lost his place. And all of a sudden he said, wait a minute. I can put this low-tack adhesive on these pieces of paper and stick them in as bookmarks. And that was actually the original idea. And the way they actually developed it, they tried it out, and it developed a whole new form of communication, because when they were changed, the first time they did it, they actually had one of these pads of sticky notes, and somebody, he stuck it on a piece of paper, sent it to somebody else, one of the supervisors, and the guy wrote a note on it and sent it back to him. And there was born the sticky note, right? The Post-it note. And the idea of communicating this little piece of paper stuck on a larger document. All right. Thomas Edison, the way he looked at failure. Results, why, man, I've got lots of results. If I find 10,000 ways that something won't work, I haven't failed, I'm not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is often a step forward. Can you think that way? It is within your control. If you fail and something goes south, can you look at that and say, okay, I've learned a way not to do that. I've learned a way not to call customers, whatever, okay? But don't beat yourself up about it. It's the normal reaction is people beat themselves up mentally when they make a mistake, and all they do is dwell on our mistakes. But you know what? If you keep reliving those mistakes over and over and over in your mind, guess what's likely to happen in the future? The same thing. You tend to become what you think about. Remember, Aristotle said that. Okay, excellence is a habit. So what do you choose to think about? You need to be able to have a filter in your mind where you can look at something, learn a lesson, and then forget about it. Well, not totally forget about it, but at least you learn the lesson. But the dominant image you should be having in your mind is of success. Even if just 1 time out of 10, 1 time out of 100, but you keep focusing on that success, not the many failures. That's what he did, and look where it got. All right? So here's a conceptual model of this mental filter. Lots of things come in. You have praise, success, and achievements, but you also have criticism, failures, and setbacks. They all go through this mental filter. It's like a drip coffee filter. You make drip coffee in the morning. If that filter wasn't in place, you have a pretty nasty coffee, wouldn't you? Or there are holes in it. But it's